Hello students, we will now see page replacement. As you all know, page replacement is a technique wherein if the main memory does not have any free frames for bringing in the required page from the secondary storage, then we will have to choose a victim page in the main memory for replacement for the new page. Okay, so we will now see here using this schematic diagram the need for page replacement. Okay, so here we have two users, user 1 and user 2, and user 1 has 4 pages. Okay, H, load M, J and M. User 2 also has 4 pages, A, B, D, E, and for each of the user there is an associated page table. Okay, so page table for user 1 is, you know what a valid bit and invalid bit stands for. So if it is V, it means it's a valid bit. That means that particular page is in the memory. If it is I, then it means that that particular page isn't in the main memory. Okay, so here as we see, so this is corresponding, that is this H, M, J, M, H, load M, J and M are corresponding to these bits. Okay, so H is valid. That means we have H in the main memory. What about load M? Load M is also valid and it is in the main memory with a frame number 4 and H has a frame number 3. What about J? J is also in the main memory. That is why it is valid and its associated frame number is 5. Coming to M, M is invalid because we have no M in the main memory or the physical memory. But this M is present in the secondary storage. Similarly, for user 2, A, B, D, E, there is corresponding valid and invalid bit. For A, it is valid bit, which means A is present in the main memory and its associated frame number is 6. Okay. What about B? B is set to invalid, which means B is not in the main memory. That is why it is invalid, but it is present in the secondary storage. Okay. What about D? D is valid and its frame number is 2, and E is also valid because it resides in the main memory and its frame number is 7. Okay. Now, let us assume that physical memory is full. Okay. That is, if at all user 2 wants to bring in B into the main memory or physical memory, then there is no place for accommodating B because the physical memory is full. That means we need to find a victim page from the physical memory that should be replaced for this B to be gotten into the memory. Okay, so this is a need for page replacement. That is, whenever the main memory is full, then we will have to decide on to which page has to be replaced in order to bring in the required page. So there is a need for page replacement here because the number of frames in the main memory is limited. Okay, so we have to go for a page replacement technique when the physical memory frames are fully occupied. Okay, so this is a procedure for basic page replacement. So you know that you have to find the location of the desired page on the disk because this is the particular page that has to be brought into the main memory. And if you have to bring a required page into the main memory, then you will have to find a suitable free frame for it. If there is a free frame, then yes, easily you can get this page into the main memory. But if there is no free frame, then you have to use a page replacement, you know, by selecting a victim frame and then getting this page in the place of the victim frame. Okay, so you have to read the desired page into the newly free frame. That is, a newly free frame is this victim free frames page is now cleared out, and then you can read in the desired page. Update the page and frame tables and then restart the process. Okay. Okay. So this is how page replacement works. Clear? Now, here we have a page table and look at this. This is the frame numbers written over here, and this is the bit, valid and invalid. Initially, there is a frame with 0, okay, and it is I, that is invalid. So it is not in the main memory. So what happens is you will have to find which page in the main memory has to be replaced. So that is called as victim page, okay, and this victim page has a frame number F. So this victim page is swapped out from the main memory, that is it is given back to the disk, okay, that is its place is now going to be invalid. Clear? Now after putting it back into the disk, you have to bring in the desired page, okay. So in the place of victim page, you have to bring in the desired page, and then this frame number, okay, is now reset to valid. That is, you reset page table for the new page. Initially it was invalid because that particular page was not in the main memory, and then later we reset the required page status to valid because right now it is in the main memory after the third step. Okay, now as I said, there are three algorithms in page replacement. Clear? Okay, there is FIFO, first in first out, and there is optimal page replacement, okay. Then you have LRU, which is least recently used. So these are the three very important page replacement algorithms that you'll be studying. We will first see what FIFO is, which is first in first out. So before that, you know what page fault is. If a page is not found in the main memory, then it is a page fault, okay. So the purpose is to reduce the number of page faults, fine. So we have to evaluate algorithm by running it on a particular string or a reference string. You will be given a reference string and you will have to run these algorithms on the reference string that is given to you, and you have to compute the number of page faults on that particular string, okay. Yeah. Here there is an reference string given. So this is how a reference string will be given to you. So this 1, 2, 3, 4 are all page numbers. Okay. So this is called as a reference string, and you will have to use this reference string to find out the page faults for each of these algorithms. Okay. Fine. Now we will move on to the FIFO. Before that, I would like to say one thing. So look at this graph here. On the x-axis, we have number of frames, and on the y-axis, you have number of page faults. Okay. So as I told you, if you remember, if you implement the concept of virtual memory, then the concept is we bring only the required pages in the main memory, right? So by bringing only the required pages, we can increase the degree of multi-programming. That is, many processes can be residing in the main memory. For example, if you have two processes, okay, and each processes have maximum of 10 pages, but then right now all these 10 pages are not currently being used. That is, only 5 pages are being used in process P1, and 5 pages are being used in process P2. So if the size of memory is only for 10 frames, then you can bring 5 pages of process 1 and 5 pages of process 2. That means you are running two processes in the main memory. So you can increase the degree of multi-programming. The meaning is, if you increase the number of frames, then what happens is, see, for example, here this number of frame is less than 1. So if you have only fewer frames, then the page fault is going to increase, because if you have just fewer frames, then every time you have to select a victim page, right? Yeah, you need to have a page replacement. If you have more number of frames, then the victim page can be, there is no necessity of choosing victim page every now and then, okay. So if you have lesser number of frames, then the number of page fault increases. As you increase the number of frames, then the number of page faults also decreases. So increasing the number of frames means you are giving more scope for multi-programming. So when you give more scope for multi-programming, then I can say that the number of page faults also increase, or as simple as that. That is, if you increase the number of page frames, then the number of page faults will drastically reduce. Okay, so that is the concept. Okay, so we will now move on to the first algorithm, which is FIFO. Okay, so here a reference string is taken over here. I'll not take this reference string, but I'll use this particular slide to explain you a particular topic. Okay, so before that, I'll teach you how to write FIFO page replacement. Okay, it's very interesting and very easy too. Okay, now here you have a reference string that is given to you. Okay, so this is reference strings, and you will be given a reference string and you will be given the frame size. Okay, frame size, that is here the frame size is 3. Okay, which means the main memory can accommodate only 3 pages at a time. Okay, as you can see here, this is 3. Okay, so you will be given the reference string and you will be given the frame size. You will have to do the one that is coded, color coded in blue. Okay, so now the first page 7. So initially all the frames are free, right? So 7 can sit in this particular frame. Next 0 comes, 0 can sit here. Next 1 comes, 1 can sit here. Okay, yeah. And remember, whenever there is no required page in the main memory, then it is called as page fault. So initially 7 was not in the main memory, right? So this is a page fault. So I'll just put a X sign. Okay, yeah, so this is one page fault. 0 was also not in the main memory, then we put it into main memory. So this is a page fault. 1 was not in the main memory, okay, initially, that is why it is a page fault. Later it was put into the main. Now coming to 2. Okay, so now this concept of FIFO works on replacing the page that has not been used. Okay, so what is FIFO? First in, first out. The one which has come first will be replaced. That is, the one which has not been used for a bit will be replaced. Okay, so for example, see this 2, guys. So, and one second. Okay, now let me use new annotations. Okay, now coming to 2, here 2. So we need to decide whether to replace 7 or 0 or 1. Now based on this FIFO concept, you should be replacing the one page that came first. Okay, so go towards your left. So 1 came recently, 0 came after, 0 came before 1, and then 7 was the first one to come. So you have to replace 7 by including 2 here. That is, you have replaced 7 with 2. This is FIFO. Okay, page replacement. So this is a page fault because 7 was initially not there, 0 was initially not there, 1 was initially not there. Now 2 was also not there. Then you replaced 7 based on the FIFO, and 2 was brought into the main memory. Now coming to 0. What I put 0, if you look here in the main memory, 0 is already present in the main memory. So this is not a page fault, right? That is, 0 is not missing. So this condition is called as a hit. Okay, if you find the page in the main memory, then it is hit. If you don't find, it is a page fault, which is indicated by a cross sign. Okay, so now, so this 0 was not brought from the disk, it was kept as it is. Okay, it was not touched. Now coming to 3. Now what about 3? 3 is not in the main memory, right? In 2013 is not there. So this is a page fault. Now you should be replacing some page here with 3. Which one to choose? So exclude the 0, guys. The one with hit, right, should not be considered. So 2 was recent, 1 was recent, and 0 was the oldest one. So 3, sits in the place of 0. Okay, so this is 2, 3, 1. Now coming to 0. Is 0 present here? 2, 3, 1? No. So it's a page fault that 0 is missing. Now you should decide where will 0 come and sit. Okay, so now, so which one should you replace? Okay, 3 you cannot replace because it is recently used. What about 0? 0 is not to be considered. So the one with the page, it never consider that. Okay, so 2. So 2 was used little recently, and then 1 was the one which came before, right before. That is the first one to come. Okay, so you have to write 0 in the place of 1. Now coming to 4. Is 4 present here? No. So it is a page 4. Now which one should you replace for 4? 2. First we have 0. So 0 you can't place. 3, no. You should be replacing 2. Fine. So you have replaced 2 with 4. Coming to 2 here, 2 is not in the main memory. So this is also a page fault. So now which one should you replace for 2? Okay. So 4 was recent. 3 was the oldest one because 0 sits in between, right? So you have to replace 3 with 2. Now coming to the next page, 3. 3 is not in the main memory, so this is a page 4. Now which one should you replace? You can't replace with 2, you can't replace with 4, you should be replacing it with 0 because that was the first one which came. Okay, yeah. So you have replaced 0 with 3. Okay, now coming to 0, there is no 0 in the main memory, so this is also a page fault. Now which one should you replace 0 with? You can't replace it with 3, you can't replace it with 2, you should be replacing it with 4. Okay, so in the place of 4 you should be writing 0. Now coming to 3, check this. 3 is in the main memory, so this is a hit. What about 2? 2 is also in the main memory, so this is a hit. Now coming to 1. So 1 is not in the main memory, so this is a page fault. And remember, do not consider the hit pages for replacement here. Okay, yeah, that means you should not be checking with this. You should be checking from 0 here. Okay, so which one should you replace for 1? 0 came recently, then 3 came, and then it was 2. 2 was the first one. Okay, so this 2 is replaced with 1. What about the next page 2? 2 is not in the main memory, so it is a page fault. So which should you replace for 2? Okay, do not consider these two, guys. Be very careful. Do not consider the page hit one. Okay, you can't be replacing with 1. Then you can't be replacing with 0. You should be replacing it with 3. Okay, so 3 is replaced with 2. What about the next page 0? 0 is in the main memory, so it is a hit. And what about 1? 1 is also in the main memory, so it is a hit. Coming to 7, so remember, you don't consider this. 7s. Which one should you replace for 7? You can't be replacing 2, you can't be replacing 1, you should be replacing 0 because that came first. Okay, so 0 is replaced with 7. Next, coming to 0. There is no 0 in the main memory, so this is a page fault. So which should you replace for 0? You can't be replacing 7, you can't be replacing 2, you should be replacing with 1. That means 0 is replaced. 0 is put in the place of 1. Now, coming to the next one, so this is a page fault. So coming to the next page, which is 1. So we need to decide which page to replace. We can't be replacing with 0. Then 7 is also not possible, but 2 can be replaced. So in the place of 2, we can write 1. Okay. So this is how we follow FIFO, page replacement method. Remember, page fault is when you don't find that particular page in the main memory. Page hit is when you find that particular page in the main memory. And for FIFO, do not consider the page hits for replacement. Okay, yeah. So always move towards the left hand cheek which came first. Only then replace that. Clear? I hope this is clear. This is very easy, which always comes in the exam. You have a 10 marks question on these problems, so it is very, very, very easy. Yeah, but there is a problem here, guys. I'll go back to this slide. Okay, so if you try applying FIFO technique on this reference string with 3 frames, you will find that there are 9 page faults. You can try doing this. Okay, so for this particular reference string, if you try with 3 frames, you will find that there are 9 page faults. And if you try with 4 frames, then there are 10 page faults. I said you one point that if you increase the number of frames, then the number of page faults decreases. But what is happening here? If you increase the number of frames, that is, if you increase the number of frames, the page faults are also increasing. So this is one drawback in FIFO, that is sometimes when you increase the number of frames, you tend to increase the page faults too, which is not good. Okay, so FIFO replacement has one loophole which is called as Beladi's anomaly. That is, when you try sometimes when you try increasing the frames, then the page faults also increases. So more frames results in more page faults. So that is one disadvantage in FIFO, sometimes when you increase the number of frames. Okay, so there is a graph here. So this graph is, if you try increasing the frames, okay, so here this says that if you try increasing the frames, then the number of page faults also increases. Okay, so that is one drawback in FIFO. So in the next slide, or in the next video, we will see the other page replacement technique called as optimal page replacement technique. Thank you.